I'm Toymaker and today we are expanding our Smiling Critters plush collection with the Forgotten Critters and some of the monster forms. The Forgotten Critters are fan creations by GamerJoob on YouTube where they explore possible replacements of the CatNap plush after it had been recalled due to the nightmares it was causing. There are actually a ton of really cool designs made by GamerJoob, and they expanded the Smiling Critters universe by sharing fun facts about the new characters, their monster forms, and how you meet them in the deep dark areas of the Playtime Coal Factory, with simulated gameplay and an interesting backstory. There are even 3D models animated by Rooster Time that has brought these forgotten critters into life and give you a glimpse into what we could have had in the Poppy Playtime games. In fact, these are so popular, we even have 3 of them in real life plush form, made by Bootleggers. Yes, it's so crazy to imagine some guy in China watching YouTube just to steal a design for their plushies. I really hope they at least send one to the people at GamerJoob, but I seriously doubt it. It's kinda cool to see your design turned into a plushie in real life, but it's also really sad that they didn't get a single cent for their work. Well, these are only sold for $4.50 USD, and the bigger monster ones are double at $9. So I don't know how much they are making, but considering that they have industrial machines to prepare everything in bulk, like look at them cutting so many fabric pieces at once, that is such a time saver. And meanwhile I'm here cutting them individually, one piece at a time. And they can also solve things automatically with their machines, so the majority of the cost would be to hire these Chinese ladies to put the pieces together. Anyway, I don't think they are made by the same company since they look quite different. No faux leather, so we don't have to worry about flaking. But similarly, they went for the printed fabric route for the plushies with 2 colors, so it doesn't feel nice to touch at all compared to the one with only 1 color. But it makes sense to just print the fabric out with 2 colors since they can do it so quickly with the machine instead of sewing pieces together manually. I do also like that they embroidered some zippers in the middle of the body, but it's so easily made with the machine, so I appreciate it a little bit lesser. And then, as usual, we have a printed felt that is glued onto the plush. Now let's take a closer look to appreciate the design of these forgotten plushies. This one is called Patience Panda, obviously after a panda. I would have appreciated a black eye patch here like DogDay, because you know pandas have black eyes. And look, she has a yin-yang charm. This is so Chinese. I wonder if that is why the bootleggers stole this design in the first place. How ironic. I can imagine her just meditating somewhere with all the other creators running around wreaking havoc, or doing some tai chi or something, I don't know. So we actually see her monster form deep inside the factory after opening a door with our blue hand, and I love this design so much. It's so fluffy yet so scary. I don't want to spoil what happened to her, so if you are interested, make sure to watch it at GamerJoob's channel. The next one we have is a special one called Axo Bubble, based on the animal axolotl. It's special because instead of spraying a scent, she blows bubbles instead, which I must say is a pretty suitable mechanism for a children's toy. I really like the pink, but the felt thing is really nasty to touch. It's rough and sharp, making it really bad to touch as a plushie. The tail is also surrounded by said felt and it's really bad. She has a bubble charm also glued onto the body, and this is her monster form. Really fantastic design, I love it, and it's so dangerous with a toxic bubble attack. Oh my god. Finally, we have Fix-It Fox. Pretty interesting idea to have a hammer for a charm, but really suited to his name. Obviously designed after a fox, and here you can see how bad the quality control is. I swear this is not my hair. Is it? No, you can see more threads hanging out here on his face. His monster form is a really strange one, because after watching the video I don't really understand his abilities and what's going on, but his plush looks really good. So let's take a look at the monster plushies. Here we have CatNap. As a monster, definitely creepy as hell. His face is so crumpled it looks like a bulldog. I do like their attempt to create that infamous indentation, which is very similar to the official Fat Mojo one. Maybe they stole it from them? I'm not surprised. He has a plastic nose and his embroidered eyes. Ugh, so creepy. But the best thing of this plush is that it can stand on its own, because it has wires inside of the long legs, which is connected from one leg to the other. And the back limbs have their own separate wire. But the feet themselves do not have a base at all, just pure plush, with again some felt nails, which makes it harder to balance but not impossible. And if you have already noticed, they sewed the crescent charm too near to his damn face. Now he just looks like a kid in puberty, having that one facial hair dangling under his chin. It's supposed to be near the neck, like here or maybe here, like what they did for DogDay. DogDay is very similar, has a similar head shape, plastic nose, indented mouth, and it's really nice to see that they are sewing separate fabric for his eye patch, but they freaking hot glued his ears onto his face, which is so ugly. What are they thinking? His irises are a little bigger than CatNap's, making him look less evil. But unlike CatNap's crescent that is actually a plush, DogDay has the usual felt charm. As for his body, it looks exactly the same as CatNap, with really long legs that have wires in them, but without the felt toenails. And what makes no sense to me is this long tail that DogDay has, which is supposed to be a unique feature for CatNap only. So what are they doing? But now we know they used the same exact pattern. Thankfully, they didn't do it for Fix-It Fox. Yes, this is the only Forgotten Creatures that has their monster form turned into a plushie, and I'm so glad that they did him right. Even though his body has almost the same shape as the previous two, they made quite a lot of changes, like the tail. It is a fox tail, not a cat tail, and the feet are actually differently shaped, this time without any nasty felt toenails. Whoa! They even sewed different colored fabric and not printed ones, which is a big plus, and they also used a fur that is longer than the others, which makes it so nice to touch and also brings out the realism in a fox. I love touching his face, it's so soft and squishy, but for some reason they didn't use the plastic nose of Foxy and it's starting to trap fur. His weird eyes are recreated perfectly, together with his sharp embroidered teeth, and that is what's differentiating this monster plush from the rest. Thank you guys for watching this video while I work on my DogDay plush, which will be released next. Tell me which Forgotten Creatures you think should make it into the main series, and I will see you next time.